I'm here today with Donnie Carr from Christian Brothers. He's the president of the brand, and they've worked with us since 2007. So it's been a lovely 14 years. And we've also been able to include the brand throughout that time as a top franchise each year. They've been a steady holder of our best in category for the automotive section. And we've been able to also feature them throughout the year on lists such as top franchises for veterans, culture, which was new last year, and we'll be doing that again. So that was really nice to call out for a lot of brands, and also most profitable franchises. So Donnie, I appreciate you taking the time today. I want to just kind of start it off with, for you, what does it mean to be an FBR award winner?
Thanks, Nicole. It's a pleasure to spend some time with you today. I'll tell you, for me and the organization, it's an absolute honor to be a top FBR award winner. I think one of the things that makes a franchise successful is its franchisees. And when they're rating you with a high level of satisfaction, we know, at least have an idea that we're doing a good job of the resources, the support that we're providing them. We even have an entire wall dedicated to our FBR awards.
Yes, and I've seen it, not in person, but I have seen pictures of it. And so
I'll take you there now. No.
Next time. Has working with us, changed the way that you guys do business? And if so, how would that be?
It absolutely has changed the way we do business. So every year we put out our franchise business review. We greatly look forward to getting that information back. And then at the beginning of the year, we set specific action items, goals based on the feedback that we got. And so just for example, in the year 2020, there was a couple of areas that our franchisees rated us lower. We wanted to improve our communication. We wanted to improve our franchisee involvement. And so we shared that with our franchisees, and then we set specific things in place to help improve in those areas.
Awesome. So you talked about kind of making changes to communication and things that they've called out. Has being a part of our programs, not only operationally, but on the development and marketing side, has that helped you guys measure any reduced costs or even increases in revenue or growth?
Yeah, so the more satisfied our franchisees are, the more successful they're going to be. And so giving us the opportunity to know where we need to focus greatly helps that. And at the same time, when we're bringing new franchisees into the family and they're going through that discovery process and they're reaching out to our franchisees, the better they're hearing from them, the better off we are, and the more likely they're going to be to want to be candidates and future franchisees of Christian Brothers Automotive. And so that's helped tremendously.
How do you and the team kind of position some of the data that you receive into your strategic planning, beyond just looking at some key points? How do you put that all into place for the year? And then how do you share it out with the team?
Yeah, so we'll have every team kind of look through the data, especially those that are specific to them in the areas that they focus on. And then what we'll do is we'll all get together, we'll share, hey, these are the different goals, these are the different action plans that we have to improve in all of these areas. And then we just started a 6-week communication plan out to our franchisees where it's going to be talking about our goals. And one of the key areas that we're going to focus on and how we get there is through some of the satisfaction results that we got from our franchisees, things that they feel like we need to do better as an organization to continue to grow and to improve. And so they'll hear from each of our departments specific things based on FBR and some other things on how CBA is going to grow and how we're going to attack those areas.
Cool. Awesome. So I don't know if maybe that whole 6-week plan idea came out of kind of the year that we left behind us most recently, that is known as 2020. It was certainly a difficult year for many. Can you share any success stories with us?
Yeah, to be honest, I'll take a lot of success from 2020. I think at a store level, we've implemented several new processes. We always had a customer shuttle, but we started doing pickup and drop off for our guests, just to kind of increase the opportunity for social distancing. And then I think in general, when you have a difficult time like last year, it really shows true colors. And I'm extremely proud to see who we are as an organization. When things were the toughest and numbers were down 50% of what they were the previous year, you got to see that we were part of an organization that wanted to take care of its people, and want to do what was best. And I think the other neat thing is, we were down for about 8 weeks, and then shortly afterwards, we rebounded very quickly. We were blessed and very fortunate to be in an essential business. And so we ended up having one of our better years that we've had. And it's something that we've always said we're somewhat of a recession-proof business, and now we can claim to franchisees that we're a little bit of a pandemic-proof business as well.
Yeah, and we'll be focusing on recession proof coming up in Q2. So we'll see if we see Christian Brothers on that list as well. So in general, I mean, how, other than some of the successes and things that you saw, did the pandemic change kind of how you recruit, how you do your marketing, as well to even growing the system?
We changed a couple of things. We're obviously doing our recruiting virtually now. We've added a couple of things that we'll keep once we go back to in person. But outside of that, we haven't made too many dramatic changes in the way that we go about sourcing and vetting our franchisees.
I've definitely heard the whole bringing things virtual. I've even had some brands tell me they actually plan on just staying with it. It's allowed them to get through the process a lot faster, and they've even seen better conversion. So I think obviously it depends on the system and things like that. But when you're looking for people to join Christian Brothers Automotive, how do you measure who's right for you? Like, what do they need to come and bring to the table?
Absolutely. So the thing that's most important to us is their ability to lead people. And so we're going to measure things like influence, grit, coachability, drive. We want to see how are they going to lead that team, because that team is then going to serve our guests. And if that team isn't led well, our guests won't be served well. And so that's what we really focus on is we're in the automotive industry. The large majority of our franchisees don't come from the automotive industry. And we're looking for people that are great leaders, really want to take care of their people, and really want to make an impact on those people and the community that they're a part of.
What type of opportunities do you offer to your owners so that they can learn and connect not only with each other, but maybe others in your, corporate, on your corporate team, so that they can just see what best practices are, how other owners are being successful? What do you kind of do to help them there?
Yeah, so we have an annual convention, which is fantastic. But I think the thing that is really different, or has a huge impact for us, is we have peer groups. And so we give all of our franchisees the opportunity to be a part of a peer group with fellow franchisees. And we have a coach here at the office that helps facilitate that conversation. And they'll get together either over video call, and they even get together in person, just kind of talk through what's working for each other, what's not working for each other. And then they show they have great accountability. And so they're going to be honest with each other. They're going to speak with truth and love on, hey, what are some of the things that you're doing really well, and what are some of the areas that you need to improve upon? And I think all of us need that on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, definitely. After the year, excuse me, a lot of people end up having. Are there any changes or innovations within your business that you had to make that you're going to keep after post-pandemic?
Yeah, so we'll absolutely, great question, Nicole. We'll absolutely continue to pick up and drop off. One of the things that we were very fortunate of is we transitioned to what's called a digital vehicle inspection at the end of 2019. We made sure all of our stores were on it. And so this way, when your car comes in, we can take pictures, we can annotate those pictures, we can take videos, and we can send that all to you. So it's like you're standing in the bay looking at your vehicle, and we can show the value of the repairs we're recommending, and then also just have a very high level of transparency of what is going on with your vehicle. And so that's something that we were very fortunate that we had. It's something that is seen a lot of value, and something that we'll continue to improve upon in the coming years.
Oh, neat. I hadn't heard that. When I took my car in, it had just all started, because I'm a March baby, so it hadn't fully kicked off yet. But that's interesting that that's something that you're going to keep doing, and that you put into place as quickly as you could to help. So that's a neat way to be able to keep track of what's going on as you're waiting for your car to be ready. The final thing I just kind of want to focus on, because it was something that came out last year with our focus on culture for franchises. And I think it was a big push to be able to share those brands that do come back highly in those areas from their owners. Describe your franchise culture and like, how do you foster that not only among your franchisees and your leadership team, but even the employees at, the franchisee level and the corporate level?
So it's something that it takes constant touch. We have our what we call our culture commitments. We have our high level core values, which is joy, excellence, transparency, and neighborly, and then we have our neat little handout that dives into all of our culture commitments, which are, is something as simple as seek first to understand, then to be understood, or be what you expect of others. And it's things that we talk about on a regular basis. And I think setting very clear expectations for both our home office team and our franchisees on what it looks like to love our neighbor as ourselves, to serve our guests well, to serve our teams well, and then even more so, or just as important, is to hold us each other accountable to those expectations. No one is above kindness or loving their neighbor. And I think we have attempted to create a culture of accountability here at Christian Brothers Automotive, where we're speaking with truth and love, but it's because we really genuinely want what's best for one another, and we know that's how we're going to get there.
Awesome. Well, it shows up when it comes back in your data, of course, and it's been great working with you for the 11 years that I've been here, and can't wait to continue that and see where it brings us. But I appreciate your time today, and we'll talk later.
Thanks, Nicole. Always a pleasure.